Sounds good.
Oh, hot.
We're
Steamy.
recording. Steamy. We can stop gossiping about all the things now.
How much people's machine payments are?
What do you mean? Good, man. Good. I'm riding the high of automation.
No kidding.
Came in this morning. Robot was still turned on. I just pressed start, turned on the air. I kept sanding dowels.
I'm ready,
What?
boss.
Ready to go. Yeah.
Give me that stick.
Bit of a milestone yesterday, setting up a fully hands-off cell, as you might have seen on the gram.
Mm.
Abby self-loading sticks of dowel, sands them, offloads them, not so delicately, the thump into the bin, and picks up the next one. Although just as we were setting up to record this morning, I was like, I'll keep running it while we're recording. Why not? I'll put a nanny cam on it. I set up a webcam. I put the webcam on the robot so it could follow the movement. And then for the first time in the 15 sticks that I've run so far, it failed to pick up off the fixture. So I was like, damn it, all right, I better turn it off while I go and talk to Justin. So I'm not
It's the
running off to
5%,
fix
baby.
it. I know. So I need to work on my lights out reliability. Tweak the program a
You
bit.
need the table to have a little shake to it so they keep rolling down.
I don't know why it failed to pick up. Just missed.
Oh, you could have it bump them. Give it a little bump every time.
But yeah, so I'm pretty buzzed on that whole thing.
No kidding.
Excited.
It's super cool.
It's fun. And having fantasized about lights out anything. Not that I plan to run this thing overnight. There's absolutely no need to, but having sort of fantasized about that for a long time, it's pretty cool to
Right.
have something set up like this.
Want the robots to be making money when you're not there,
Yeah.
physically
Yeah.
standing by it.
Yeah.
Super cool. Yeah, I saw you posted a story, and I was thinking I sent it to a couple people, and I was like, oh man, I hope this is still there. He's got to put this somewhere else. This is good stuff. It's gonna disappear.
I will do another YouTube vid presently. Updating.
I think this is gonna be this is gonna be good. I think it'll it's the other stuff was cool, but it was so maybe conceptual, right? It's
Yeah.
air sanding. This is as I said, do you know the phrase "hook 'em horns"?
Sugar bonds, no.
So Texas, the University of Texas football team or sports teams, you do this stupid. I'm not going to do it. It's like this little, especially as a Nebraska alumni. We would play them, and they do this little hand signal. It's like their gang sign.
Oh
And
yeah,
they
okay.
say "hook 'em horns," and
Gotcha.
your little horn gave me a horns vibe on the end of the robot to
Yep.
move your dowel.
Yeah, my janky little horns with their 3D printed adapter and yep. But it works.
You
Well,
just bend,
it was
did you just
working.
bend it yourself?
Yeah, I've got a rod bender jigger thing
Oh,
from when we used to do a lot of steel work.
nice.
One of the first tools we bought, actually. Early tools. Yeah. So I've been in a grasshopper hole this week, playing programming games and improving my, programming capabilities. It's been satisfying and getting that. So I spent a lot of the day yesterday just getting that sanding rig set up and tested and programmed. And all the intermediate steps are all hand coded, jog to the right position, look at the coordinates, plug it into my program, tweak.
And in such, you know how to do that in that language now.
In Rapid, yeah.
It's not just like X6, Y 32.
Nah.
That's inches. So that would be very helpful for you.
I'm mainly using joint angles for that intermediate stuff, which seems to be working nicely. Like, I jog it, look at the 6 joint values, and then put that in as a movement command into the Rapid, and that's working pretty well.
Very nice.
Yeah. What are you up to? Oh, I know what you're up to because we chatted. Thinking big
Well,
things.
I want to start off first and let everybody know about your episode you're on with the Shop Stool podcast.
Oh, the stool.
And you sent it to me, which I think was fun. I listened to it that night. Basically, you sent it to me, and it was really interesting for me to hear you on another show, like a podcast, because all I know is this. And I mean, for every intent and purposes, you're the same person, but you're a little slightly different. Especially because all of the other people in the show are also Australians, right?
Joey's Kiwi, New Zealander, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
basically.
Should I be able to hear that? Is that a different accent?
Yeah, it is a different accent.
Oh my god! All right. Well, mostly Australian. I linked it in the show notes. It's a good listen, and you're doing your normal, transparent business self of kind of what's been happening since the last time you were on the show, and it was good. It's interesting.
Cheers. Yeah, it was good to be on it. And it just, like I've had a couple of instances in the last week where I've had that sort of external validation, I suppose, of like, talking someone through. It's like when someone comes here for a shop tour. It's like you walk them around and you get sort of someone else's perspective, and it's good for my sense of like, yeah, this is valuable. We have built something good. Like,
yeah. They complimented you at some point on, like, it makes total sense. The rest of them are maybe more traditional woodworkers, right? For the most part, I got the vibe.
Yep.
And you are have built something that's much more of like a production system per se, especially with Kit Parts at this point, where we're complimenting you on building a business that both survived what you went through with your downsizing, and then the idea that like you could be away for a week and stuff still rolls and you don't deal with production hands-on kind of things anymore. And obviously a lot of luster on the robots, which is fun to talk about.
They are fun to talk about. Yeah. So no, it was good week for the mood enhancing week overall.
Mood enhancing title.
And for the first time in my life, I went and chatted to a human therapist. That was also a mood enhancing experience.
Oh, nice. Was it good, I guess? Did it feel helpful?
Yeah, look, I really didn't know what to expect. But it felt helpful, and it felt different to strangely enough, it felt different to AI therapists that I've built and spent a lot of time talking to.
There was true empathy.
This is empathy. And a sense of external accountability. Amazing.
It didn't ask me if I wanted to draft an email at the end either. It's weird.
You're supposed to ask if you want that summarized in a PDF at the end of the chat.
Always be drafting.
So it's good. It's good. Something I thought about doing for a long time and finally did. And even, Yep.
I also need such. I think it was this year. I had a therapist for like a week, and every time I've tried, this is just like the epitome of America healthcare. This person was on and thought they were approved for my insurance as well, and then turned out wasn't.
Right.
So I was like, all right, this is the Anyway, we'll go there.
Bugger.
I suppose I've had a pretty good week. Right after I talked with you last week, I kind of had kind of had noted it, and I had asked a bunch of people, a bunch of friends about this machine I was looking at, which was a UMC 500, kind of in my local region. It's really well priced, private seller, but like through a broker in this weird way. That I hadn't, it felt a little sketchy. It was part of my like slowness to react and trying to figure out if it was right for us and financing and rigging and all these different, when you don't buy a machine through a just straight, new, you got to figure out a lot of stuff. Even when you do, you still have to figure out a lot of stuff. So, what happened was I was trying to figure out a friend to go with me to go inspect it because it was a couple hours away, and I wanted to make sure. I don't know what I was going to see. I don't know these machines, but like that's why I was trying to bring a friend that knew more. So I was trying to figure that out, and I was messaging the seller, the broker, and basically I started to line up a date. Like I was going to go that weekend, like the next day. And out of nowhere, the guy goes, "This is crazy, but I think I just sold it." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I told you like another person was really interested in it too." And I was like, no, it's been listed for like a year and a half. You had no urgency at all, man. So I talked to him on the phone. I was pretty pissed about it because
bugger.
In my mind, he was like, "Oh yeah, come look whenever it's available," And I had found like listing notes about this machine since January of 2024. It had been listed for sale.
Wow.
I think it too high of a price, but like, anyway, so I was just like, I messaged you. I was like, I really felt like I really messed up and like lost a great opportunity. It was, really low hours, great machine, like opportunity anyway. Basically what I was thinking, more or less what I was been thinking about since I went to IMTS, like what's the next machine? How do I get into some form of automation, remove the need for like constant tending of a machine, which doesn't have automation, but it's capable and
It's
5
funny,
axis,
isn't
so
it?
it can
like,
yeah. What?
Oh, it's just the secondhand factor makes for a funny dynamic, like a weird dynamic. It's like if you're buying a new
different.
machine, it's like, well, I'll just buy another one. But then, like,
Yes.
when you
Give me the
message
next
me,
one.
when you message me, and I felt your sort of disappointment in the message, and I was thinking of like, if that had happened to me on the robot sale, of like this incredible opportunity came out of nowhere. I was like, oh my god, yes, I have to act on this. Like, what once in a lifetime opportunity? What a great price! And then if he'd messaged me saying, yeah, no, it's off, I just would have been demo. Like, it's like
I was like scheming all of the ways because I had been talking to this guy for like over a week, and I went back and he claimed he didn't know that. And I was like, man, can't you honor that I've been talking to you for like longer than this other person since you told him seemingly I was interested, and he just immediately made an offer. And I was like, I didn't have that opportunity. So, I mean, some of it I will take blame of that I didn't immediately say like, I'll give you a deposit or something. Like I just,
sure. Yeah.
for over $100,000 purchases, I don't usually jump to like, here's some money. Like I'm usually like a little more considerate because it's double the cost of any of my other machines. So I don't know. I was really torn up about it. Like that was Friday and just felt even through into the night till I fell asleep, just like, God, you fucked up. Like, what did you do? So what it amounted to is like, now I'm looking for machines that are new, most likely, or hoping for another opportunity like this that seemed really rare for more money for lesser machines. It's like, this is kind of a deal breaker at this point. Like the money doesn't make sense for us. So, this is my long sob story. I kind of went back to just going through the weekend and the week and looking at, all over at machines, trying to find other used machines. And Monday morning rolls around and I was like, I just happened to look around and I was like, oh my God, there's another one of these that I've seen before somehow at an event I went to.
Yeah.
And I'm still hesitant to, even now, even though I know this takes a week to get out, but I'm hesitant to talk about the specifics of it because I don't want anybody else to take it.
Yeah, don't.
Out from under me.
No.
But I have an opportunity for another machine that has newer It's got way less hours, even though the other one had like no hours. It doesn't have as many tools. It's the same type of machine. I've got like multiple parties that have used it or know of it and how good of a condition it is. I know the seller of the machine through other people. So I'm just basically sitting on a order to sign, which you and I were talking about before this, about like, is the world okay right now? Should I put down more debt? Is this stupid? Like, like I've been talking myself in and out of this concept for I think a week now at least. Just, is this a good idea? So I am pretty sure I'm gonna go for it, and it's gonna be a big change for us.
Seems like a great deal.
Yeah, feels like it. It feels right. It's just scary.
Yeah, totally.
I think every machine purchase for me has felt like that so far, really. And there's always a hurdle to like, I think about like how much the Shop Saver has made for us in like a net, return. And it's, the machine cost $40,000 in 2017. Over 10x, but way over 10x return, like, and at this point, I don't see any, it's running Tool Forks right now. I don't see any like slowing down of that concept. So you need to sell a YCM.
Yeah, you do. Eh? Yeah, have you got any leads on that? How are you feeling about clearing that?
It's a little slow. I did get it listed on like cncmachines.com, which the way it prices out looks like I want way too much money for it because of their fees and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect on like how hard it'll be to sell still.
I guess, yeah. I mean, obviously you should clear it, be good to clear it, but also it's not in the way, right?
No. Yeah. I mean, I would like it out of our shop currently, but we're putting the new machine in the expanded bay. So will be the only thing in that shop currently other than like a metal cutoff saw and some sticks of aluminum, and I'll get like a workbench maybe.
Yeah. Scary, but I mean, yeah, I saw the deal. It looks pretty good. I'd be struggling to talk to me right now. I'd have that paperwork. I'd have that paperwork open. I'm sure you do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. It's sitting open in the background right now.
Just looking at me.
Should I sign it right now on the show?
On the show, live, yeah.
Live at the show floor. Anyway, that's my excitement.
Yep. It is exciting. Cool.
Did I tell you about, it's kind of like, it probably just happened right after I talked to you. One of our good in-town customers lets me go over and test stuff on their machine because they have a newer Shop Saver.
On the Shop Saver, yeah.
Yeah. And our dust boot accessories it's a little too narrow for some of the accessories to fit on the Shop Saver rack. They made their cutouts really quite narrow. And so we've had people asking for upgrades. Did I tell you about this? It's not going to be shocking to you, but I don't know. Feel like I need to say it. We've been needing to make an upgrade to offer somebody a better way to add spacers to their brush, because often people need spacers.
Yeah.
Just the way that these machines are set up to extend the brush lower to get more coverage on their workpiece. And so I went over and tested it. I think it was like right after we talked or something that day. And it didn't quite work with our existing spacers. They're too wide. So I measured some stuff and I was like, all right. And Ricky and I talked and we found a way to make a new brush plate assembly spacer all in one kind of thing. And I designed it sitting in bed, watching some YouTube on my laptop. And I have an X1 at my house still because it's kind of been my prototype slow production machine. I keep it going over the weekend and stuff, and it strangely keeps up almost the same amount of quantity as like one at the shop here.
Oh, you've got an X1C at home.
Yeah,
Ah, nice.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah,
Awesome.
I think since my son was born, it's been a long time.
Yeah, that's right. I remember taking it home. Yeah.
And I kept debating. I was like, should I take it home? And Bricky and I got to this point where like, actually, you kind of make as much there as we do here. 'Cause it's just like a different schedule. Anyway, so I sent it from my bed. It's a printed part for this accessory. When I woke up in the morning, it was done. I brought it to work. We put it together and it works great. And I went over and tested it at the customers yesterday or 2 days ago. It also works great. And I just had this moment of like real appreciation for like how far my career of CAD to production has come. Of like, I made it in my bed. The next morning I was using it and it was flawless. Like there was no issue with it.
That's awesome.
It's really wild to me.
It's a good feeling. I had a similar experience this week with the sanding rig of like evening at home, designing the rack and the drop-off zone and just CADing up some parts.
Yeah.
Cut it the next morning, screwed it together, programmed the tool paths and pretty much like and it was working. It was just like there were no hurdles in that process. It's just like pop, 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 pop. Cool. I have an automated sanding cell.
Right.
It's like super satisfying.
I was going to ask you, how long does that stack last you? Like how many minutes, or do you have to go and change like the
about
sanding
2 hours.
Pad? Oh wow, that's a long time, man.
I mean, we're
nice.
we're really sanding the sticks. We're going to town on the sticks. Like we're giving them 10 minutes each, which is a lot more than we're doing by hand. But we're getting much more consistent results. And then I'll probably just preemptively swap the sanding pad at that frequency as well. Although
does it last 2 hours?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Sanding pads you got down there?
Just using the Festool Granite, just the standard Festool ones. Don't know. I think, all the robo sanding I've done so far has been like really good on the pads. I guess the consistency factor. It's like you're not overdoing the pressure. You're not catching edges. It's like yeah.
It's more or less using the entire pad consistently too, because it's just hitting like an edge. You're probably getting more wear at the outside edge, like all sanding probably.
I guess so. Yeah, because it's going faster.
The speed is way faster.
You're
gonna do so many cool things with that machine. So fucking cool.
I hope so.
Did you see Twig and Bot's probing?
Oh man,
sequence on that log.
Nuts. Lee's on
this person is a genius.
A whole nother level. Yeah, he's got some mad skills. That guy. Yeah, Lee from Twig and Bot posted a reel yesterday or in the last couple of days of like a huge tree in his robot cell, which because he can fit a whole tree. And like probing the surface, mapping the surface. He's also got some like super schmick. Can't remember what robot package he uses, Robotware or something. It's like a proper professional, because he used to be a robot integrator professionally. Like that was his job, sort of an automation robot integrator. So like he's come from that world. He's a pro operator and he's got the pro software. So yeah, super cool having that probing stuff where it creates a model of the object and then he can map it and machine features into the surface. Just
the probe from the Instagram reel I was looking at, it looked kind of like homemade, which is
I'm sure it is
sense, right? It's just a sensor of like when it hits this point, record the location kind of thing. Offset.
Yeah, it wouldn't be hard
Just
to
I saw it go down once, and I was like, oh my god, that's a probe. Just like,
do.
but it also looks like it's like if you took a Renishaw probe and like made it like industrially giant.
Mm.
Super cool. I'll find it. Hopefully you linked that somewhere. Or it's a I think it's a post.
Yeah, it's a real, I think. I've thought about in one of my many sort of chats about robot possibilities, I've thought about just making a really simple probe just with a micro switch. Just like, cool, when the micro switch turns off or turns on or whatever, just send the signal back to the controller and record that position and then stop and do a slower plunge at that point. And I think, yeah, a lot of faffing around to get something like that going, but would be feasible. Something I'd like to try at some point, even just for like sounding operations of like sensing is, where are we in the stack of parts, or being able to feed the same program different thickness parts and then have it just compensate automatically.
Yeah, right. It is something I'm real excited about. I'm sure it is possible with my current machine, but I tried it and it just wasn't.
Mm.
It involved a lot, and especially with the memory it has, it just didn't seem feasible. But with the Haas's, it seems to be so like straight out of Fusion just works, and you can do that bi-directional like streaming of data back and forth to Fusion and stuff like that.
Oh wow,
I'm really excited
cool.
for like being able to like tool check and probe check and in process and
having that
like
Fusion connection would be sick.
Just I was really impressed. I saw it, Richard in Birmingham was showing that off from Richard from the YouTube channel, and there was a little station looking at one of their VF2s, I think. It had the probing of, as I was explaining to Ricky what it could do is you can basically like throw a part down on like a bed of Play-Doh, like a cast, and then probe it and bring that data back into Fusion. You can do it by network and basically have it like auto corrected and placed into your file so that it's like, ideally
nuts.
Machinable.
Yeah. So wild. I love that. Yeah, it's probably one of the biggest downsides of the age of my robots is that their controller version doesn't have any computer connectivity. Like I can network to them, but they're the generation before ABB started making like proper sort of, connected to Robot Studio. The next version of the controller, you can have sort of a live link between computer environment and robot environment, and so be able to send data, feed like stream data backwards and forwards and stuff like that. So there's probably some really hacky ways via like serial port that I could set up some really basic sort of package comms back from my controller, but it would be very, very, very basic and clunky.
I've said this before, and I don't understand it at all, but I remember either from that tour I filmed with David or we talked about it at some point, like they have come up with replacing the brains of older robots like that. And I don't know I don't know. I assume it's not
so cool.
The cost of a new robot. I bet it's significantly less, or otherwise why the hell would you do it? So I don't know. If you ever get to the point of frustration with that, there may be solutions.
I do love that idea. I feel like I would need to be retired to have the brain space to like be like, right, I'm going to build a robot controller from scratch. But
well, I think it was kind of plug and play, and their point
amazing.
Is like they can modernize them.
Yeah, I'd love to know more about that. David, Robot Factory.
I can ask him. David and robot upgrades. This is something that kind of Aaron and I live by. It's probably me, and she's taken to it somewhat too. But in every job, mostly her jobs, not mine, since I don't take jobs anymore from other employers. But just like every stage of life that you have the opportunity to, you should negotiate whatever it is. Like I just every lease I've ever had, I negotiated like I was supposed to get some terms, and I
You're so
maybe after I
American.
sign
My
them, I will talk
God.
about them.
Who told me?
No, it's just every time you can always get like, especially jobs, like every time you're offered something, it's like you can always get more money. You can negotiate your paid time off. It's just like everything. I got a day of training on this machine that I did just sign it and send it back, by the way. So
Did you?
I just bought a machine on the show. Still have to get the financing finalized,
Yep. Sick. Congrats.
but I got a day of training for free because I just asked about it, and they're like, usually on used machines we don't do that, and I was like, I mean, it's on your website, man. Like, what do you think? Like, and he's like, yeah, I can send somebody out.
Nice.
This isn't a thing in your culture.
Maybe it's just me.
Shameful?
I no. Maybe it's just me. I am the polar opposite of that. My natural state is to not ask for help and not negotiate, and just be like,
Yeah, I'm like that sometimes.
that's the price. And maybe naively, stupidly, I'm like, that's the price for a reason. Cool. I'll pay that. I'll pay your price. No worries.
Right.
Laura and I went to Indonesia for our honeymoon, which is very off-brand for us. Like, even doing the honeymoon thing and going to that part of the world where a lot of Australians go, Bali, is like very, very odd. But we're like,
Yeah.
this is real. It was deliberately off-brand. We're like, cool, this is not something we would ever do. Let's that'll make it more special. Let's do it. And I remember like how Laura and I are both similar in that we don't negotiate, and I remember how confused, how totally perplexed the locals were
Residents were.
by our lack of bargaining, to the point where like we bargain people up on occasion if we thought something was too cheap. Yeah, it's just not something I do. I don't know, and maybe it's, I don't know where culturally what it's like.
You have a less
But
stress-free life.
But hearing
Or
you
more
say
stress-free
that,
life.
hearing you say that in your accent of like always negotiate, you can always get more. I'm just
Always
like, oh, it's so American. My gosh, disgusting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I was brought up as an anti-American snob. I was like, America was a bad thing as a child. Like anything, my dad like
Interesting.
hated American TV, American films. Like I was only exposed to European
It's coming
culture.
out. Episode 156.
So yeah, there's, I've got little baked in bits of me which are like, oh yuck, nah. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. My mother I'm similar to my mother in like we really like a good deal, so maybe there's something there. And
That was my
I
grandfather.
really, it's I don't. I'm much. It's different to do it like standing in front of somebody and like go back and forth about a price endlessly.
Hmm.
Like I don't love that feeling, but like when I don't know, it's always worth it to some degree. Like a lot of the negotiate about like jobs, like Aaron's jobs and stuff, are usually by email, and it's like written statements that are like you can pour over the words and make it really convincing, and I enjoy that because it's getting the most value out of what she's worth, and little word puzzle.
You mean in terms of employment contracts and benefits and that sort of stuff? Yeah, sure.
And we don't really have yeah, maybe that's just a phrase. We don't really have, I mean, some people have contracts. It's especially in Oregon, I think it's you agree to work for somebody basically for a set amount of money, and you have no like set timeline or anything.
Hmm. But do you have rights as a permanent employee? Like
I
a
couldn't
permanent
tell you the
employee,
exact language rights of employee Oregon.
like my
Your rights
staff
at
are,
work.
let's to get into some contracts. But like all my staff are deemed permanent. They are on permanent contracts, which means I can't terminate their employment without fairly big reasons. Whereas, if someone's a casual worker, their contract is it technically is day by day. Like there's only work the following day.
Yeah. Right.
Whereas if you do casual work here for I think more than 6 months, the employer is sort of obligated to reconsider that, and of like, a casual worker who's been doing that for more than 6 months can, I think, technically apply to become permanent or semi-permanent. I can't remember the stuff exactly, but yeah.
To my ear, a casual worker would not be legal in my state.
Ah, you're right.
It's just a little too. No, it's you can't hear it the same. It sounds like you're a sex worker of a type. You're a very casual worker, just down on the street corner. Although we can get into that too. Yeah, I don't know. We have right to work. Yeah, let's go back. We have a right to work, and each state has their own laws. It's messy, but we don't need a reason to fire somebody here. But we also have contract. I've realized we have what are called 1099 contract employees, which are what you're describing as casual workers, I think.
Okay.
Where they don't have, This is where we lost everybody. They're like, what are they doing?
See you
Why are we
later.
talking contract law? Jeez.
Shout out to
quick. CNC machines.
Quick, grasshopper. Shout out to Matthew from Simple Wood Goods.
I was going to say that.
Is that the name of the business? Simple Wood Goods. Yeah.
Yes.
Who make those cool cubes.
I was going to say, can we talk about this?
I don't know. No, I'm not going to really talk about it. I'm just going to say thanks for sending cool examples of the amazing stuff he's doing in Grasshopper and Cam. That business has got some cool stuff going on under the hood, and I don't know how public he is about it, so I won't talk about any specifics, but thanks, man.
I think I could describe it without describing it as exact things, in that he's come up with some really cool ways to program CNC machines without a proper package, it's not like Fusion or RhinoCam. It's like he's come up with a way to script his own, both nesting of parts, but designing the parts so that they're manufacturable from solid bodies, and then outputting that as G code with post processors streamed in. It's just it made it sound so simple and oh yeah, it does this, and I'm like, what? Are you a software developer? How did you do this?
Yeah, super impressive. And I think seeing that whilst I've been trying to basically make my own cam in Grasshopper for the robots was inspirational. Maybe I'll scrap Airtable and go back to doing all my coding in Grasshopper again. That was fun.
It's just eventually it won't open anymore. You're like, it's too big and too complicated. He's another one. That'd be cool to do a little demo or interview/demo episode of some of that stuff. His business is super cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Let's get some guests on here, man. Stop us talking about employment contracts.
We keep trying, and then it's we talk about it, and then we just fall asleep until the next episode.
Yeah.
It's just scheduling
stuff. It is.
I think at some point the technical aspect of it was probably really challenging, but it feels like it'd be super easy now.
Well, remember when we had
all this works.
Mel Mel, Eric Larson. on here.
Yeah, right.
That
We
worked
could do
really
live shows
well.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that episode. Thanks, Mel.
no kidding. Mo. What time
Cool.
is it?
I got to go take a
talked
kid
about
to
a lot
school,
already.
so I should probably to-doodle off.
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, I'll get my last. Printed a giant. The first thing I had planned for the H2S when it
New
arrived,
printer, yeah.
new Bamboo. What's it? 12-inch diameter, like duct takeoff. So like the air conditioner behind me here is in the office. It's like from the 80s. It's ancient. It goes
yeah.
through the wall into the garage space of my shop, which it was here when we got here. I always joked it's the best air conditioner of my life because it's just like in America, there was a place in time when we used to have this really toxic, like Freon is what it was called. It was the air conditioning element. And this, I'm pretty sure, still has Freon in it. It's like ozone depleting
Oh my
crap
gosh.
if it gets out. But it works really well. It was like super effective. And so this air conditioner still works amazing, but it exhausts itself into my garage of the shop. So when we shut the door when it's hot out, it just puts hot air in there. And so I've forever been like, well, I could just like duct that out under the garage door. It's real close to it. And so because we were buying this giant printer, I made a 12-inch duct and I had a send little like cap made so that I could suck the air off the end of the air conditioner out the door, and it all worked flawlessly. Right at the end of summer.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. I did have a moment of like, oh my gosh, he's making a baby pants for my robot.
It might work. I could probably send you one.
So the super side tangent, but Freon, that gas. I was reading an article this week about the guy that invented that. He's also the guy that developed leaded gasoline or fuel. And
Seems like a nice guy.
he's responsible for like so many human deaths through his innovations. But
Did he
it
also
reminded
create
me that
Roundup?
it wasn't that long ago that leaded gasoline was phased out. Like I think I can remember as a kid that you could still buy it at the Bowser. So I've probably got plenty of lead in my system as a result. Thanks, Mr. Thomas
Puffing Freon and lead.
Midgley Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you go down a bad tangent of terrible things that the world. He's doing it again. Messing with my messing with my notes. It feels like there's like it's like so fast that it feels like a lag since the last time I typed. Like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, why did that?
Oh.
I just typed that. Why did it change?
Cool bananas. Well, congrats on buying a new machine.
We'll
Very
see.
excited
We'll
for
see.
you.
Hopefully, I don't have to like either cut all of this out
Yeah.
out of embarrassment because I didn't get the financing, or write a
That's all right.
statement
These things
of
happen.
apology.
These things happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can react. Oh, I can now make a love sign. Clap, 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 clap. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.